Alright guys, I know you saw the thumbnail. I know most of you are here to give me a really hard time about being old and stuck in my ways and stuck on carburetors and stuck in the old days of motorcycles. I did that because I wanted you to come here because I really am actually pretty excited about the Stark Varg motorcycle. There is, I think, one giant problem with electric motorcycles, but let's start with the Stark Varg. The thing is really cool, right? 80 horsepower, tunable to be, you know, a 125 up to a 500 two-stroke, or, you know, whatever they're going to call it, but super tunable, right? It's just electronics. You can just change the power curve, change the torque, change the whatever. That's really awesome. They're claiming a whole bunch of runtime. They're saying 6 hours of trail riding. I think that might be a little bit hopeful, I guess, in my opinion. I kind of don't know that they're really going to have a 6-hour runtime, but maybe that'd be really cool. That's honestly been one of the big holdbacks on electric bikes for me, is the idea that you only maybe get 20-30 miles and then you gotta recharge it, and how long is it gonna take to recharge and all that stuff, and it's not that cool. That is awesome, right? I love the idea of a long run time. I love the idea of a ton of horsepower. I love the idea of tunability. I love that they put KYB suspension on it. It looks like it's got great components as far as wheels and all that stuff. It's light, finally. They got an electric bike that's light. They're claiming 240 pounds. Hopefully that's real also. Again, a lot of these claims are, I don't know, I'm concerned that there may be hopes, not reality. I hope they prove me wrong. I personally really like the idea of all the power that electric vehicles have. I had an Osset bike for both my kids, a little electric trials bike. They loved it. I loved it. I had a bigger one that I rode around with them. So I am not against electric motorcycles. I do love my gas-powered motorcycles. I love my two-strokes. I love carburetors. I like simplicity, because where we go out in the backcountry, it's nice to have things that are super simple. I'd hate to think about a battery shorting out on an electric bike way out in the middle of nowhere, then you got a brick that you got to deal with. Here's why I brought you guys here. Here's why I wanted to make this video. Everybody's else on YouTube is making these videos about, oh, this is cool, all this, and I think there's a bunch of guys with money down on them. We even have a guy here in town that's got money down on one already. I'm actually really excited because I'll get to ride that thing. It'll be cool. Oh, also I wanted to mention the price point. I mean, it's going to be like a normal bike, 11 grand, 12 grand, whatever they're claiming. That's pretty rad, because the Altas were 15 and not nearly the bike that this one's saying it's going to be. So that's all really great. Here's my gripe, and here's my, I guess it's not, I don't know if I should really call it a gripe or if I should call it a problem that needs a solution to the whole electric vehicle in the woods thing. A lot of guys are talking about how this is going to be our savior for the sport because it's quiet, right? Because the noise is one thing that everybody complains about. Everybody's always whining and moaning about the noise of motorcycles. Honestly, four-strokes, I think, are really the biggest problem there. Noise from a four-stroke carries for so long. You can hear them from forever away, and I agree. It's really annoying. I don't like that. Especially if I'm out hiking with my family. I don't love hearing a big loud four-stroke somewhere off in the distance. But what I do like is that I can hear that four-stroke or two-stroke coming towards me from quite a ways off, and I can get me and my family and my dog or whatever out of the way as they come by. I give them the rock and roll sign, thumbs up, whatever, because I'm psyched on dirt bikes. You know, my whole family's like, woohoo! We usually cheer for people like they're racing as they go by. But I can hear it coming, and we can get out of the way long before it's there. That's what I worry about, is that, yes, the noise goes away. Yes, we annoy less people at like motocross tracks, off-road parks where people live close to them, in your neighborhood. If you have a, I don't know, maybe you got a 2-acre lot and you want to build a little track, you're not going to do that with your dirt bike, your loud, you know, two-stroke, four-stroke, you know, internal combustion dirt bike, because your neighbors are going to complain. So that's really cool. But what happens when you're doing 25, 30 miles an hour through the woods, people can't hear you coming, and all of a sudden you're into a group of hikers or into a group of horses or into a group of mountain bikers? That, I think, is a real real concern and a real issue, and one that is only going to make people even more angry at dirt bikes. Like, we already have the conflict of the noise, the conflict of the tearing up of the ground. I'm not going to go into all those things. We have those conflicts. People don't like that about dirt bikes. So we take the sound one away, but then we bring another one in that I think is actually dangerous, because I think people are going to get hurt. I think people are going to be really angry. Dogs are going to get hit. The horses are going to spook people. Anyway, all those things, because they're not going to make any sound, and all of a sudden you're going to be on them. And I don't know how we solve that. Like, I don't know what the best way to do that, because people are like, well, we put a noisemaker on there. Well, then you're not doing with the noise. Anyway, you're still going to upset people. I don't know if you guys have seen on any Sunday the Next Chapter where Carlin Dunn is riding the electric bike up Pikes Peak, but he's got a noisemaker on there so people don't run out in front of him. I can't imagine people being real happy about hearing a siren ripping through the woods as you're going to keep them safe. Personally, as a guy who likes to hike, a guy who likes to take the family out, take my dog walking, like to ride my mountain bike, I'd rather hear the sound of a dirt bike, like a normal engine sound, than a siren. So that's my gripe with electric bikes. I think they're awesome. I really, really, really can't wait to ride one. I really can't wait till the longevity of the battery and all that is a reality, and maybe it will be with the Stark Varg. I hope that they're right and it's not just a claim. But what's going to happen, guys? We're going to be in a lot of trouble when we start slamming into groups of hikers and things like that. So anyway, there you go. That's my take on it. I can't wait till the one shows up that my buddy's getting. When it does, I will definitely be making a video about it. Hope you have a great day.